In this video, we will create a pull request. And to start this off, a pull request is the way how we can propose our suggestions or changes made to the official Checkstyle repository for them to review and later decide if they want to implement it to their files or not. As an example, if Checkstyle experiences a problem and you solve that problem and you wanted to submit your solution to the Checkstyle, you use pull request to submit your changes. Speaking of problems, if you go to the issues window, there are basically a list of problems or tasks that Checkstyle is currently going through, and you can choose one to then work on it and later create a pull request to submit your changes, or you can be assigned by someone a particular issue for you to work at. I'm going to choose this particular issue because it's simple and shows a great usage of terminal commands and text editor in general. And firstly, you want to look at the title of the issue to see what it primarily wants us to do. And you can see in my case it says update the content of this file to a new format of AST print. And AST stands for Abstract Syntax Tree, which is the form of structure that Checkstyle is using to convey the information of piece of code to the engineer people. You don't need to exactly understand how what AST convey, but you need to more understand how to work with them or how to especially generate them for this issue. And if you look at the description, you can see more details and instructions on how to perform the work for this issue. But let's start with the links. If you go to the first link, you can see it directs us to the location of the file that we need to work on in their official repository. And we can see how this file looks like from the inside. You can see that it has the class that has the Java token types name, which is the same name as the name of the file. And you can see it has a lot of variables, which are the tokens, and really long comments next to them. And these comments are the Java doc comments. And Java docs is basically what this issue is about. To start, the Java docs represent the display information of the piece of code below it that is going to appear on a generated website that is going to serve as the information about this code. To show you that, if you go to the second link, you can see it has a lot of fields which are basically the variables of this file, and this site itself is basically the display version of it. And if you go and open the other literal, for example, you can see other literal name and you can see the information about it with the abstract tree, by the way. And if you go and find this other literal in this file, you can see that it has pretty much the same piece of text, but the one in the file looks more raw and it has HTML structure or pseudo HTML structure, which tells us that these both the website and the file are basically the same thing. Oh, and these comments are the information that is going to appear on the website. And what this issue wants us to do, we need to find one Java doc that has the abstract tree that looks either old or improper, unlike others. And let me show you how the new and proper abstract tree should look like. So if you skip to the top, for example, for the return literal, we can see this abstract tree, and you see it looks pretty much the clear. If you go to the old one, for example, the other literal, you see that this has these strange numbers and just the tree itself looks a little bit obstructing. And this is exactly the type of abstract tree that you should look for and then update updated for this issue. So we're going to choose it and work on it in order to proceed. After we choose the exact abstract syntax tree that we want to work on, we want to open our IDE and go and locate the file that we need to work on. So for me, it's in this direction: main Java, this API, and Java token, Java doc token types. So I'll open it in a text editor and open my search menu by pressing Ctrl F and go and search the literal, its other literal. Here we can see the content that we just view in the browser that we can edit, and so we can see that this is our abstract tree that we need to update. And in order to do that, we need to create a folder separate from our repository, where we create an empty Java file to which we're going to paste the Java code that is shown in this example. So we're going to create an empty class in there and just paste add other and the name Baratali Ismailov. So it's going to create as the same but updated abstract tree with all this complex stuff. And for this, we can go and proceed in reading the description for our issue. You can see that we have to use this strange comment that is going to use the Checkstyle's jar file, which is the compiled version of this entire project, that is going to create us the abstract syntax tree for our new Java file. And then I use the Linux command to remove it from the strange abstracting stuff. And then we can submit the pull request. And as shown here, the good example of the pull request for this issue is the one where we provide in the title the literal that we work on to update the abstract tree. And in the description, we provide the content of our new Java file that we use to create the abstract tree and the entire history of our terminal, where we use this command to generate the abstract tree. And then we'll try to do something similar to this. So let's start from creating the separate folder. So in IntelliJ, we can do that just by simply going to File, New, and just Project. Is I will name it just other literal, and just like AST. Yeah, I will just name it like that, and click Create. And it asks us if you want to open this in this window or a new one. I will choose the new one because it will be more comfortable. So after we create a tree from it, we can just go back to our repository project, just replace this piece by the new abstract tree. So let's do this. You can see it has already the Java file, but let's create a new one. So we need to name it as a test.java. It will match to this comment. So let's right click on our project folder and Java class, which is basically a Java folder. Just name it test. Okay, then we create it. Alright, we created the file. We disregarded on this warning because we just use it for the test. We need to include this code from example, which should us generate a similar abstract tree with the same data as shown here. So we go here, we declare the Java doc. So IntelliJ is doing automatically. And we just yeah, we just place it right here and save it using Control S. And after that, our testing environment is pretty much prepared. Now, after we prepare our testing environment, we can go and open the terminal to generate the abstract tree. So if you're the Windows user just like me, I highly suggest you to use the git bash terminal because it supports all the essential Linux commands that are necessary for working at Checkstyle. But if you have a Linux or Macintosh, you might use the different terminal. But for this one, it's highly recommended to use git bash. And after it open, let's go and locate our testing folder. It has the new created Java file with the example code from the old abstract tree in order to create a new one. So let's go and locate it. So I remember I named it other literal AST. So yeah, we choose it and click enter. And now we are in this directory. So let's locate it in our file explorer. So remember I created it in the users. So yeah, it's right here. Yeah, it has test.java file. Now we can use this command, but before using it, we see that we have this jar file in our folder, so you need to download it first. And in order to download it, you can simply do it on their official GitHub page. So I can access from the Checkstyle website. Just okay, Checkstyle, and go and see their release page. And see the newest version is 10.6 in, so I'm going to download it. Just click on it, on the jar file. So this is what we need. And while it's downloading, we need to make sure that we change the number of version of this command, because we have a much newer version already. So in order to make the command work, and after it's downloaded, we need to drag it to our testing folder. So let's do that. Just drag it right here. And now it will be useful to copy the comment from the issue and then open the notepad to basically change it right there. So I already practiced this before. So we paste it here. Let's change the number to the newest version. Just in case we can copy the name of the file. So where's the option? Show more options and rename. So just copy it and then just replace it to the one that we just copied. But it's the same one. You can do it just in case. Okay, now we're in a terminal, and it will be useful first to copy the content of our Java file that we just created. So it's not here, it's here, because we need to provide all this information to the pull request description and along with the history of terminal. So just paste it here, and after that we can go to the terminal and paste this comment. Okay, so let me make it bigger, and we paste the comment. Just click enter. And you can see it generated the long tree structure. We only need a part of this, which we're going to cut and then just paste it to the file. So let's copy it, because again we need to provide it to our pull request information. So let's go here and paste it. And it will be useful to cut it right here. So let's do it in full screen. So if you, okay, after we generate the abstract tree, we're pretty much done with the testing folder already, and we can just go and close this. And after this, you can cut out this piece, because we only need the Java talk abstract tree, as we can see here, because it starts with Java talk tag. So we also started from here. We cut out this piece, but you need to copy it and just paste it here so it won't be touched. First, we need to get rid of this stuff. I might be leaving some of the stuff on purpose, because it's going to serve as a great opportunity for the next video to on how to edit the pull requests, because they're going to request the feedback to change some of the stuff. So before, we need to make sure how many spaces it requires us. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it's 3 spaces. So we then just go here, put it until end, and just 3 spaces. We construct it just to this. Before, we can see how much spaces are needed here. The 4 spaces. So we do. So we move it from useless stuff. Count 4 spaces. Just do it the same thing for the rest of the text. And now we have the clean new abstract tree that we now need to replace by the old one. But before this, we need to perform a series of work in the terminal, and I'm just going to show you right now.